Hello again. I've been a little irritated lately to see talk in the newspapers about the end of free COVID tests. There never was such a thing. Those tests cost £2 billion a month. And where on earth do people think that money was coming from? You must always remember, and I'm sure that some people forget this, that governments do not have any money at all. The British government does not have a single penny to spend. It borrows a lot of money, yes. It can print money if necessary. But most of what they spend is our money. Money that it has taken from us in taxes and national insurance. Even when they print money, that's paid for by us. I'll come to that in a minute. It is us who have been paying for all those COVID tests all along that have been handed out with such gay abandon. They were never free. We don't always see the connection between some supposedly free benefit, such as access to GPs and hospitals, and our money. We talk about the NHS being free at the point of service, but of course that's nonsense too. We pay for it all, even if we do not work and therefore do not pay income tax. Even if we are wholly reliant on benefits, we still pay for it. Every time you have a pizza delivered, a fifth of the cost is taken by the government in the form of VAT. Every bag of crisps or packet of sweets you buy, you're handing over 20% of the price to the government to pay for things like COVID tests. This taxation to pay for all the expensive schemes which the government is running is so ubiquitous that most of us don't even notice it's happening. Here's another way that the government makes us pay for things without taxing our income. Viewers may have heard about something called quantitative easing, or QE. This just means that the government is putting more money in circulation to stimulate the economy. That money too is taken from you in rather a clever way. By printing more money and buying up various bonds and therefore putting money into circulation, inflation is created. This means that the value of your money, the money that you have in your pocket or in your bank account, is reduced year after year. If you have £100 this year, then inflation might mean that it will only buy £95 worth of goods next year. Bingo! The government has taken £5 from you and you didn't even notice. Remember all those furlough payments that people thought were so brilliant? How generous of the government to pay people to stay at home. Anybody that thinks that must be a complete mug, because that too fueled a rise in inflation, and you will pay for it as the value of your money goes down, the value of your wages will fall. Governments screw up by building huge Nightingale hospitals that nobody needed. They were paid by you as well. Partly by inflation, but also by the rise in national insurance contributions. There is not and never was anything at all free from government. This applies to lateral flow tests, furlough payments, Nightingale hospitals and anything else you care to mention. The COVID business made us all poorer because we had to pay ultimately for every crackpot scheme which was dreamed up. There is no free national health service in Britain. We pay for it, just as we pay for everything else which the government does.